We're at a roof where it's roughly a year old and there are already installation problems and shingles have blown off, and in trying to figure out what was going on there, we came across a loose shingle. We were able to lift it, and if you look real close you can see the nails are punched below the surface of the shingle, and when that happens, that's indicative of this must have been installed with a gun, a power gun that was set too high. Now, already they'd lost shingles and had been replaced, but the question we have is, will this continue to go on? In other areas, we have a number of places where the nails have popped up. So in addition to being put in such a way that the nails punched through too far in places, and other places such as this where you can see the repairs, they must have missed, and you can see one popping up right now, and there's more of them as we look around. What they did is they missed areas where the sheathing was, and again, because whenever they were shooting with a gun they weren't paying attention to those kinds of situations, those nails didn't hit any wood and they're popping up through, and right here we're close to a valley. The shingle was lifted enough that to lift it without damaging the shingle, and we can see here the shingle nail is too far away, and you can see it's punched through the shingle. This one was done at an angle, so it's not adhering and will walk its way back out. So again, this whole roof was just very poorly nailed, which means it'll fail long before its expected life. One other issue we have on this entire roof, of course, is that there's not enough ventilation for the size of the roof, and the flashings that were installed, how they were installed was over the brick, caulked to the area, and as we go over to here we can see what happens when that occurs. That's separation, and as we look down here we can actually see an open hole in that flashing. And just in general, the flashing job here was terrible. Side roof, and the contract had called for it to either be properly reinstalled and made secure or removed. Now, what you're looking at here is the flashing was absolutely loose here when we came up. Interestingly enough, they were supposed to remove and replace the flashing, and they didn't. The old flashing you can see right there. And again, where they attached it to the top, if you look at the brick right up here, it's already separating from the house, again less than 1 year old. The more significant issue is even standing back here, you can see that this is tilting down, which tells us that this roof is separating from the building, which was one of the issues that the homeowner wanted addressed whenever the roof was done. So we have flashing pulling loose because the roof is sagging, and when they did the job they didn't replace all the items that it said to do in the contract.